So today we want to swap out our analog Duo-Therm thermostat because our switch here is gone for switching between the AC, off, and furnace. And so if you take it off, is how we've been turning it on, and then we stick our knife in there and then we go up and down. So we don't want to do that anymore. So we're going to swap this thing out for a digital thermostat. So it'll be able to tell us digitally what temperature it is in here. You can see it's quite warm. It's 86 degrees in here. We're gonna get this thing swapped out so we can get it cool in here again and get that AC going. So first thing before we go ahead and do this, I wanna make sure that I kill the power to everything. So I'm gonna come down here to my breaker panel and I'm gonna turn off the main breaker. So we wanna first begin by removing the cover here. And that's going to show us our wires and whatnot and how it's mounted to the wall here. And a lot of times you can use these things to label each of the wires, but what I find easier and way faster is just go ahead and take a picture of how the wiring is, so then you can always reference it later exactly how it was originally. So we're going to go ahead and disconnect these wires. Ground, fan,
One of the things I like to do, I like to tape up some of the wires so that things aren't turning off and on as wires are touching and you're pulling it through. So we're going to go ahead and remove these screws to remove the thermostat off the wall.
We want to go ahead and wire up a switch so that we can have a high-low switch on the fan for the AC. And most of the thermostats that you get at Home Depot, they're not going to have a high-low switch. So that's why we're going to wire in this switch here. So we're going to go ahead and drill a hole above where this thermostat's going to sit, and it's going to be our high-low switch.
So this is the simplest way that I can show you how I wired this switch. I have a black jumper cable going in between the middle position and the low position. That way the fan will always be on low at least, and then that blue wire coming in is the high position. So when you flip the switch up, the fan is going to be on high, and that red one's going back to the thermostat so that it can give the signal of what this fan should be doing.
So now we are going to go ahead and make our connections with our wires. So in my instance, the black is going to be connected to the RC. The white is going to be connected to the W. The yellow is going to be connected to the Y. And the new one coming from the switch is going to be on the G terminal, which is our fan. So next we want to take the front of the thermostat and go ahead and just pop it right into place. And we can set the time, we can set the temperature, and give it a test. Hey, if you guys want to see more tutorials, go ahead and click the links at the end of this video. And if you want to see some of our family adventures, go ahead and click on those also. We got more coming up soon, and hope you guys stick around. Thanks for watching.